follow along as I read the excerpt from Upton Sinclair's 1906 novel, The Jungle. So Jerkis learned a few things about the great and only Durham's canned goods, which had become a national institution. They were regular alchemists, people who worked magic with chemistry at Durham's. They advertised mushroom ketchup, and the men who made it did not even know what a mushroom looked like. They advertised potted chicken, and a piece of chicken hardly walked through it. Perhaps they had a secret process for making chickens chemically. Who knows? Different things went into the mixture, including tripe, cow stomach, fat of pork and beef hearts, and many other things. And then there was the deviled ham, deviled ham as the men called it. Deviled ham was made out of the waste ends of beef that were too small to be sliced by machines, and also tripe dyed with chemicals so that it would not show white, trimmings of ham and corned beef, potatoes, and finally the hard parts of cows' throats after the tongue had been cut away. This mixture was ground up and flavored with spices to make it taste like something. It was only when the whole ham was spoiled that it came to the department of Elizabetta. The ham was cut up finely and mixed with half a ton of other meat. There was never the least attention paid to what was cut up for sausage. There would come all the way back from Europe old sausage that had been rejected, that was moldy and white. It would be dosed with borax and glycerin and dumped into the hoppers and mixed up again for sale to families. There would be meat that had tumbled on the floor in the dirt and sawdust, where the workers had tramped and spit countless billions of germs. Meat was stored in great piles in rooms, and the water from leaky roofs would drip over it, and thousands of rats would race about on it. It was too dark in these storage places to see well, but a man could run his hand over these piles of meat and sweep off handfuls of dried rat dung. The packers would put poisoned bread out for them. They would die, and then the rats, bread, and the meat would go into the hopper together. This is not a fairy story and no joke. The meat would be shoveled into carts, and the men who did the shoveling would not trouble to lift out a rat even when he saw one. There were things that went into the sausage in comparison which made a rat look harmless. There were the ends of smoked meat and the scraps of corned beef and all the odds and ends of the waste of plants that would be dumped into old barrels in the cellar and left there. Under the system of rigid economy which the factory owners enforced, there were some jobs that it only paid to do once in a long time, and among these was cleaning out the waste barrels. Every spring they did it, and in the barrels would be dirt and rust and old nails and stale water, and cartload after cartload of it would be taken up and dumped into the hoppers with fresh meat and sent out to the public's breakfast. Some of it they would make into smoked sausage, but since smoking took time and was therefore expensive, they would call upon their chemistry department to add borax and color it with gelatin to make it brown. They could then stamp it as special and sell it for more per pound.